What is going on, everyone? Mega here with a brand new Hikari video, and in this video, we're going to be making two basic commands. We're going to be making a basic help command, and we're also going to be making another command, which just basically shows you the user info. And so I'm going to just show you what it looks like right now. I have my Discord on another screen, but I'm going to pull it over shortly. And so this is the help command that we're going to create. And then this is the other command we're going to create. You can just ignore all this. This was just my testing. And so this is the user info command that we're going to create. It's going to have the username. It's going to have the thumbnail, the ID, when they created the account, when they joined the account, and which roles they are, and just a little footer. Very simple to do. Now, before we do that, I just want to go over that Hikari was recently updated. I think it was like a couple days ago. And so if you don't update Hikari, your commands may not work. To update it, it's very simple. I'm going to pull up the documentation really quick. And so this is for documentation dev 118, but the latest version is 119. But it's going to be the same process. You're just going to copy this command into a command prompt, and then it'll install the latest version. So I'm not gonna run the command, but I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna just copy and paste this in, and then you would paste that in, and then it would add the latest version to PyCharm, and then I'll just delete this because I'm not gonna run it again. Yep, there you go. Okay. And so in PyCharm, where we're just simply going to go to File, Settings, and then install the latest version, which makes sure that the version that you're installing, well, it should already be installed when you do that, because just make sure that this says dev 119, and then you're gonna do pretty much the same thing for you're gonna make sure you do it for Lightbulb, and you're also gonna make sure you do it for Midu. Midu is the command handler that handles buttons, and so your help command won't work if you don't have that installed. So very simple, very simple to do. To update Lightbulb, it's just gonna be pip install Hikari Lightbulb equals 2.3.3. So I'm gonna type that in, but I'm not gonna run it because I already have it installed. So pip install Hikari dash Lightbulb equals 2.3.3, and then you just press enter, and then it would install that. And then you can do the same thing for Midu, and it would be version 3.1.1, I believe. Yeah, 3.1.1.1. And then you would run that, and then the same thing, you would come into here and then do Hikari, and just make sure that the version you're installing is 2.3.3 and 3.3.1. When you do that, it might not update, so you may have to exit out of PyCharm and reopen it, and just make sure that it says the version number is dev 119, 2.3.3, and 3.1.1. Anytime that you notice that one of your commands that was working before suddenly doesn't work, it's probably because Hikari got updated. So just keep that in mind. All right. And so the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to add something that I didn't add in the previous videos, which is something that you really should need, and that's intents. I don't completely understand intents myself. It's basically something Discord related that you need. It's for bots. The thing with intents is that you want to pass them. You don't want them to pass them through the command handler. You want to pass them through Hikari itself, which is where we're going to pass them. It's I know it's confusing. Just make sure you put it in that, and then you'll be pretty good. So what we're going to do is just intents, and we're going to do Hikari dot intents, capital intents dot all. So we're passing all the intents into Hikari, and that handles that. And so the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to create the basic help command. Now to create the basic help command is going to be very simple. All we need to do is just do help slash command, and we set it to true, and of course comma. Why is that? Oh, that's fine. There we go. Okay, I fixed that. Okay, and so now with that in place, it'll work. Now, right now it won't work because I had the token placeholder. But something that I actually learned recently is that if you highlight your entire banner, I guess what we call it, and you right click and then you go to folding and then you do fold selection, it'll actually hold it. It might not do it the first time, so it might take a couple tries, but that's how you hide your token banner. And so I'm just gonna bring my screen, my Python to my other screen just really quickly so I can post in my token, and then I'm gonna hide it again. So that way we can test that the basic help command is working. So I'm just gonna paste that in, and then I'm gonna hide the token. Okay. So with that out of the way, it's hidden. So, oh, and just a heads up, you may have noticed that I added these two. We don't need this actually, and just make sure that you add this import statement, the midu, and the ones that I just deleted, what was just from my testing. So just make sure that that's just something we'll cover later on once I understand it. And the import datetime is something we'll need for when we create our own help command. And this was just my notes for something that I'm going to do later on, so you can just ignore that. Okay, so now that that's done, we just press play. And if you'll notice, if we go up, you'll see this is running, says you are running optimization level 0. This is something that I'm gonna fix later on. Just keep that in mind. All right. And so with that, I'm just gonna open Discord. And so I'm gonna run the slash command. So it's gonna be slash help. And there you go. It creates a basic slash command. It's pretty empty, and it shows you the slash commands, and yeah, that's pretty much all it does. Perfect, and it works. So our help command is not going to have these buttons because I haven't learned how to do buttons yet, but it's going to be very similar to this. So so what we're going to do is that by default, help commands that do not work with slash commands. The reason is because these slash commands, they have their own description, so it wasn't really like needed per se. So that's why they set it up like this. But we're gonna give it that functionality. So to do that, we're actually gonna have to add a prefix just so we can use it. So let me just bring this over again so I can get rid of my token so that we can do it. So because we need to work with this again. Okay. All right. And so what we're gonna do is that we're going to add a prefix. And I'm just going to make the prefix dot, but you can make it whatever you want. So all we're going to do is prefix equals, and I'm just going to put dot, like prefix, a period, just to make it simple. And then we're also going to add another thing called help class, which is the custom help command that we're going to use. Custom help equals, and we're going to create a variable that we haven't used yet. So custom class, custom help. And so all we need to do is, let's create a couple of spaces, because we're going to put it right here. Because we're going to put it, actually we're going to put it above. I'm going to put it right here. And so all we need to do is copy and paste something that I copied over from the documentation. This is gonna be, now when I paste this over, it's gonna have code already posted in for it, but I'm gonna just edit it a little bit, because this is just the command that we're going to create. But I'm just gonna, you know what, actually I'll just, no, yeah, I have to do it that way. Okay, so we're just gonna paste it in. And so this is the command that we're gonna create, but I'm gonna delete it so that we can, so I can show you how I created it. All right, and so I'm just gonna break it down a little bit. So the sendBot help is pretty much just when you send is what we pretty much just did, /help without any parameters. Plugin help is when you specify that you're looking for the help of a plugin. That's something we'll cover later on. Send command help is when you specify that you want the help command to only show the help for a particular command. Group help is when you wanted to send it for a particular command group, and object not found is when it can't find what you're trying to find help for. Very straightforward. And pass just means that we're just skipping it. So I'll just change it to pass. Okay, and so for sendBot help, all we need to do is just put in our we need to create our embed. Now, when you paste this over from the documentation, CTX is set to context, but I changed it to CTX just to make everything the same. All right, and so what we need to do is we need to create our embed. So we need to do embed equals Hikari dot embed, and we're gonna make our title. First off, we're gonna make the title, and so we're gonna name the title bot help, which is gonna be the text, and then we're gonna put in the description, which is the text that's underneath the title. And mine's gonna be a little bit long, but you can put whatever you want. So I'm gonna put master as requested. Here is my help command. Below that. Below you will find my command list, as well as the categories. To filter, type /help command or category. No parentheses. Very straightforward. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create the actual color, which goes to the right of the embed. And so that's going to be color. And as you can see, it comes with two types of colors. Color with the American version or the your European version. I'm just going to use the American version, but it doesn't matter which one you use. And then we're just going to do 0x, just like in Discord Pi. And then we're going to put in the hex code for the color that you want to use. And so I'm going to be using lilac for mine. So C8, A2, C8. And again, if you well, whatever you want to use, you pretty much just search up the hex code for it. And then we're gonna do timestamp, which is why we need a date, which is why we imported datetime before. So for this, we're just gonna do timestamp equals datetime dot datetime dot now dot as time zone. So what this is going to do is it's going to add a timestamp, and what this does is it converts your timestamp to UTC for Discord, because Discord requires UTC as its time zone, but this will allow your embed to display the correct time zone, the correct timestamp. I mean, all right. And so with that out of the way, and I'm just why is it like that? I don't know why it's like that. Okay. Just make sure that's lined up. I don't know why it was all weird like that. Okay. And so we're going to do embed dot add field. And I'm going to create my categories area. So it's going to be categories. And then for the comma, it's going to be what you want to put underneath the field. And so I'm going to make a list. So I'm going to do one general. And again, this is just what I'm doing. You can do whatever you want. And so I'm gonna move this over, go to it, and I'm gonna do another quotation marks, and I'm gonna do a new line, and I'm gonna do two fate, which is for fake grand order commands, because mine is a gachapot. And then it's gonna be, I'm gonna do the moderation commands. Yep. All right. Line, and then the gacha commands. Mine is a gachapot. And then new line. 5, not so full. Just for fun, I'm not actually gonna. I can't actually show those commands in this tutorial series, but this is something that I'm gonna be doing later on for my off screen. But that's just something you can do. Okay, and so then we're gonna create the footer. Why is it doing that? I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see. Oh yeah. Wow. what I'll do. There we go. Now it's the same. Okay, there we go. I don't know what happened. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now it's the same thing. Yep, okay. All right, and then we're just going to set the footer. And then we're going to do a format string. So form requested by, and then I'm going to do curly braces, and then we're going to do ctx.user. Okay. All right, and so that's gonna make our command. And so just like before, I'm gonna very quickly just put in my token and hide it again. And we shouldn't need to do this anymore because I don't think I need to add anything else to the banner. Oh, and just like I said, I didn't do it the first time. Yep, there we go. Okay. So we can run it now. And so now if we run it, if we do .help, it will come up. It'll do a suggestion for slash, but if we do .help, it will do it in the old style, which is going to take a bit of time. Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I forgot. I forgot to do await. That's why it didn't work. Yeah, we have to do await ctx.respond. It doesn't because it didn't know what to send. Okay. Yep, there we go. Just make sure you do that because else it won't send anything. So now it will work. So now if we do .help, there we go. And as you can see, it creates our basic help command. Okay, I'll try this. Yeah, you can't really see it that well. I'll do this really quickly. There we go. Now you can see it. Yep. And so yeah, it's just our basic help command. Very straightforward. Okay. And I'll just transform this back to. Okay. All right. And so that's our basic help command. All right. And so now we're going to create our second command, which is going to be very straightforward. So this command took a bit of time for me to figure out, but it wasn't that bad of a command once I knew how to do it. So what we're going to do is that we're going to, let me just minimize this so I can see. And sorry about that. Okay. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to do we're going to do the command handler. So bot.command. And we're going to delete that because we don't need that. And then we're going to do a second one, which is the lightbulb option. Lightbulb.option. .option. And then this is what we're gonna do for the actual what we want the option to be. So the option is going to be user, and then we're going to, for the description, it's going to be the username, name of the user you want info on. And then the type, we're going to do type equals Hikari.user. Just make sure you have that, else it won't work. All right, and then at lightbulb.command, and we're going to name the command stats, but you can name it whatever you want. And for the slash commands information, we're going to do displays info about a user. Okay, and then at lightbulb.implements, and it's a slash command, so we're going to do lightbulb.slash command, and then we're going to do the actual command. So async def stats, and it's going to be ctx lightbulb.slash-context, because it's a slash command, and we're going to return none to it, which what, after looking it over, that's what it was. I mentioned last time that I didn't really understand what this was, but now that I look it over, I understand what it is now. It's the actual, it's how you return, specify what you want to return, and we're not returning anything, so we're saying it's none. And so for this, we're going to do member, which is the variable that we're going to use, equals ctx.options, and we're saying that member is going to be equal to user. And then we're going to create another variable, which is going to be member _ role _ list, which is going to store the actual which is going to just store the actual roles. So we're going to put it in parentheses, but I don't think you need to do it in parentheses, but just in case, ctx.member.fetch roles. And so after these double colons, we're going to do brackets, and we're going to set this to 1. So what this means is that we're not returning everyone role, because if you can think about it, it goes back to any programming statement that the first index of a list or array is 0, which means that everyone is set to 0. And what this is saying is that we want to start this list at 1, at the first index, at the second index, I mean. And then we're going to use it again, member role list, and we're going to set that equal to quotation marks, and we're going to do comma dot join. It already knows what we're doing, and we're going to create a variable called r dot mention. I'm going to create a for loop for r in member role list, which is going to go iterate through the member roles and set that to member role list, or we're going to return this user has no roles if the user has no roles, pretty much. And then we're going to create the embed. So embed equals Hikari.embed. And we're going to create the embed. So it's going to be title equals, we're going to do a format string, and it's going to be curly braces ctx dot user, and let me actually see if I can make this bigger for you. So next thing we're going to do is that with this done, we're going to we create the title. So now we need to actually create the color, which I'm going to use the same color as before. Color equals 0x C8 A2 C8, then timestamp equals datetime dot datetime dot now dot as time zone. Okay, and then we're going to do embed another add field, and then we're going to do ID, which is going to contain the member's ID. I'm going to do another format string, and it's going to be curly braces member dot ID. Okay, and then we're going to do another embed dot add field, and this is going to be created account on and then we're going to do another format string, and this we're going to do this is just a little time thing we're going to do. So greater than sign T colon brackets, and it's going to be member dot created underscore at dot timestamp, and then it's going to be colon dot 0f, and then we're going to end with a colon, and then f close brackets, and that's going to be that. Then another embed dot add field, and it's going to be the same thing, but for joined on. So I'm just going to copy and paste it. Damn it. Hey, how that keeps happening. And we're going to change this to join server on, and then it's going to be joined at instead of created at. Okay, and then another embed.add field, and this is going to be roles, and we're going to call the members list. So f member underscore role list, and then we're going to set the footer. So embed dot set footer, and I'm going to do format string requested by ctx dot user. And then we're going to set the thumbnail to finish. Embed dot set thumbnail. Dot set thumbnail. And this is going to be ctx dot user dot avatar URL. And then cannot forget the 08. So 08 ctx dot respond. And it's going to be embed. Okay. All right, and so now, okay, so now we're just going to run it. And so now we're just going to call the, and so now if we do slash stats, it's going to ask for a user, and I'm going to put myself. And as you can see, it sends it, and it looks pretty good. All right, and that's pretty much what we're going to do for this video. In the next one, we'll dive more. We'll dive more into more commands that I actually originally created in my original bot on Discord Pi. Because as you can see with these are a lot of the categories that I created in Discord Pi, and so I'm just converting my entire bot over to Hikari. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing next time. So yeah, this has been Mega, and I will see you again next time.